The original 2017 Transformer architecture featured two distinct halves, a bidirectional encoder and an autoregressive decoder. Today, that foundational sequence-to-sequence structure is effectively obsolete for massive-scale language modeling. General text generation now relies almost exclusively on highly optimized unidirectional decoder-only networks. Pushing these models to their current scale introduced two conflicting engineering challenges. First, the internal layer mathematics had to be refined to survive extreme depth without the gradient flow collapsing. Second, the deployment phase created insurmountable memory constraints. Because these models generate text one word at a time, they must track an ever-growing history of every token previously processed. To avoid recalculating that history for every new word, systems use a key value cache to store previous context in high-bandwidth memory. This cache has become the primary hardware roadblock preventing longer context windows. Understanding the modern decoder requires a dissection of its mathematical evolution, tracing how architectures discarded the encoder, streamlined their activations, and used low-rank compression to solve the inference bottleneck. Large language model development rests on an exact negotiation between mathematical expressivity and hardware tractability. Encoder-decoder networks possess an inherent information bottleneck that worsens as layer counts scale. The encoder builds highly abstract semantic representations, which it then passes to the decoder. Early decoder layers require raw syntax, receiving only the final encoder layer's abstracted output. They fail to interpret this. While viable at 25 layers, scaling to 1,000 creates an unbridgeable semantic gap. Decoder-only networks bypass this entirely, maintaining a single, unified residual stream. This unified stream enables seamless hierarchical feature extraction, allowing information to deepen from simple syntax to nuanced semantics without cross-stack gaps. This unidirectional approach also simplifies multi-turn conversations. Because tokens only attend to what came before them, the hidden states of previous turns remain static. The system can simply cache those values and append new tokens, making it naturally suited for chatbot infrastructure. Dropping the bidirectional encoder removed an architectural constraint that prohibited extreme scaling. Inside the decoder block, engineers replaced rigid legacy operations with dynamic, continuous mathematical functions to maintain gradient stability across hundreds of layers. Standard layer normalization historically zero-centered activations by calculating both the mean and the variance. In modern architectures, root mean square normalization eliminates the mean entirely, scaling strictly by variance to reduce arithmetic overhead without degrading expressivity. A similar shift occurred in the feed-forward network. The hard zero threshold of the traditional ReLU activation proved suboptimal for gradient flow in very deep models. Most models now use SWIGLU. This splits the input into two pathways, combining them via a Hadamard product. This creates a self-referential property where the input dynamically gates itself. The first pathway's magnitude dictates what passes through the second. This acts as a contextual amplifier. It preserves high-magnitude features and smooths gradient noise, allowing the model to process information with far more flexibility than a binary switch. Replacing static thresholds with these continuous self-referential functions allows the modern decoder to route features with significantly higher expressivity. Because self-attention evaluates all tokens simultaneously, the decoder has no intrinsic awareness of word order. Without help, it perceives a sentence strictly as an unordered bag of words. Legacy models tried to solve this by adding absolute positional vectors directly to word embeddings. This polluted the semantic vector space and prevented models from processing sequences longer than those they were trained on. Most modern LLMs use rotary position embedding, or ROPE, injecting positional data by physically rotating feature vectors on a 2D plane. ROPE treats dimension pairs as coordinates, where a token's position dictates its specific angular rotation around the origin. Rapidly rotating dimensions capture local differences between adjacent words, while slow rotations track global context. Because rotations preserve length, absolute positions factor out during dot product calculation. The resulting attention score is dictated strictly by the relative distance between tokens. Rope effectively translates linguistic distance into geometric decay, providing relative position awareness that can extrapolate beyond the original training window without adding new parameters. The mathematical efficiency achieved during training is often undermined by the hardware requirements of the deployment phase. Inference is split into two phases. The prefill phase processes the user's prompt in a parallelized burst. The system then enters the decode phase, where it generates tokens one by one in a sequential autoregressive loop. To generate each new token, the model must attend to everything that came before it. Without intervention, the system would have to recompute the keys and values for every historical word at every single step. To prevent this, the key value cache writes those previous tensors to high bandwidth memory. The model only has to calculate the query, key, and value for the single new token being generated. This formula calculates the cache's total memory footprint, transforming LLM inference into a severely memory-bound workload. For a 61-layer model at a large context, one user's cache requires over 200 gigabytes of VRAM, exceeding two high-end H100 GPUs. While software like page detention optimizes how this memory is allocated, true scaling requires physically compressing the attention architecture itself. Standard multi-head attention assigns independent keys and values to every query head. This provides maximum detail, but the resulting cache size makes high-speed batching impossible. Grouped query attention mitigates this by forcing multiple query heads to share single key and value heads. This reduces cache size, but degrades semantic tracking. DeepSeek's multi-head latent attention avoids this trade-off, compressing the entire hidden state into a heavily bottlenecked latent vector instead. The system caches only this tiny latent vector. When keys and values are needed, they are regenerated on the fly using decompression matrices, achieving a 57-fold cache reduction. To decompress without losing speed, engineers absorb the decompression matrix directly into the query matrix pre-runtime. However, rotary position embeddings break this math. Applying unique rotations at every step interrupts the static weight matrices, rendering the compression impossible. The fix is to decouple rope from the compressed latent state. The model generates separate, uncompressed positional components for queries and keys, while keeping the primary latent state purely semantic. Conversion tools like TransMLA now allow legacy models to adopt this technique. By aggregating positional data into a single dedicated head, older architectures can inherit this extreme compression. Multi-head latent attention demonstrates that extreme hardware tractability can coexist with high mathematical expressivity, provided the underlying linear algebra is carefully isolated. The modern Transformer Decoder Stack is the cumulative result of 7 years of iterative mathematical trade-offs. Bidirectional encoders were exchanged for infinite layer depth. Rigid scalar thresholds were replaced by the contextual self-referencing of Swigglue. Additive coordinate systems were traded for the geometry of rope, and standard attention heads were compressed into latent vectors to survive the memory wall. As the industry pushes toward longer context windows and multi-agent AI ecosystems, even these optimizations will eventually reach their limits. The volume of training data is only one variable in this scaling. The engine's long-term performance rests on the uncompromising hardware-software co-design of the attention block.